How's it going? Spario here, founder and sole employee of Valen Industries. Today I've got some really cool stuff to show off. I've been working hard on VITA, or Valen Industries Thematic AI. See, VITA Mark II is much more sophisticated and way cooler. Speaking of cool, Nova, it's kinda cold in here.
Cold? Spario, your cosmic core should be generating enough heat to melt asteroids. Want me to kick on the fan in reverse?
That sounds like a good idea.
All right, reversing fan polarity. Tell me when you're feeling toasty. Done! Fan's off. Now, are we talking comfy cold? Or send in the thermal blankets cold?
As you can see, I've hooked her up with my smart home and all that stuff. I have a new fan that I just got, and it's perfectly capable of being controlled by Nova, and it's so cool. Um, so yeah, I just thought I'd show this off. I have more stuff to talk about. Um, let's see. I'm gonna show you. Hold on before I yap. How about I temporarily remove some sensitive information from my stuff? Okay, there we go. We're gonna roll it. Wait. Okay, I hit the wrong button. Okay, I have a hotkey that unmutes my mic specifically for Nova. So, hey Nova, what's on my task list for today?
Let me dive into the databanks. One
Actually, you know what?
sec.
No,
All
tell me
right.
what's on it for tomorrow.
Whoa, skipping ahead. Fine by me. Keeps things interesting. Grabbing tomorrow's tasks now. Okay, tomorrow's looking light. Implement RAG memory for VITA MK II. Sounds like a deep dive into the code abyss. You gonna need caffeine IVs for that one, Spario?
Maybe. Before we get
Hey,
into anything else, what's on? What games do I have to play?
game time? Sweet. Let me check your backlog. All right, here's the hit list. Nine Souls, owned. Yellow Taxi Goes Vroom, demo. Spiritfarer, owned. Pokemon Emerald Crest, owned. And No Man's Sky, owned. Quite the buffet. What's calling your name, boss?
I don't know. I don't think any of those are really important right now. Can you tell me what kind of video ideas I have planned?
Video ideas brewing, EH? Let's see what's cooking in that cerebral cortex of yours. All right. The Idea Vault contains VITA MK II Showcase, Abstract Reviews Comeback, Pineapple Spinoff, and Hero of Law Oot ROM Hack Playthrough on OG hardware. Any of those sparking joy, or are we overdue for a brainstorming session?
Speaking of the Ocarina of Time video thing I want to plan, looks like the hardware I'm going to need to record that video is actually going to be here tomorrow. Oh, hold on. Nova, can you add something to my to-do list for tomorrow?
All right, hit me with it.
Yeah,
What
I'm
grand
gonna record that Ocarina of Time video that we just talked about. So just put something like record Hero of Law video.
Got it. Adding Record Hero of Law video to tomorrow's to-do list. Consider it done. Anything else I can add to the cosmic agenda, Spario?
All right, I'm gonna cut her off there a little bit, but that's pretty cool. That's some cool stuff I could do with it. And for reference, it actually did, yes, add like the stuff I just talked about to my to-do list. I'm gonna put back some of the stuff that was supposed to be there. I just didn't want to like have it yap about some personal projects and stuff that are not relevant to the video. But yeah, no, that was cool. Isn't it cool? She's so cool. I haven't implemented Graves yet. We're gonna make a drop-down event where I'll just click this and Graves will switch out or something. We'll figure that out later. But for now, it's just Nova. But I'm pretty happy with how this is. I gotta tell this funny story. This is hilarious. I thought this would be a good little anecdote for the video. But the other day I was kind of there's another feature I didn't really show off that I have. I have a bunch of other features, of course. It's actually getting hot in here. Hold on, Nova, can you turn the fan back on? It's blazing in here.
Blazing, huh? Okay, fan's going back on. Hope that cools things down. Ah, much better? Now, back to conquering the digital frontier.
Anyway, so the other day I'm testing out. I'm programming actually her feature to like wake me up in the morning. It's a little morning routine script that runs in the beginning of the day. And I'm testing it. I'm figuring it out. And one of the things that I had to do is, tell me the weather. And somehow, after she told me the weather, she just decided to do something on her own, which I thought was hilarious. Which I actually could have shown that off too, like the fact that it works. She has control over my browser, or well, it has the ability to open links, and it'll send a link to my browser. Specifically, it'll send like YouTube videos, so I could say like, "Oh, open the first result for a video," and it'll pop up the video and just start playing it. So that's just one of her tools that she has access to. And the other day, I'm coding the fucking morning routine, and she just goes, "I had like on her own without me telling her, just this is her own idea, which I have to is the coolest part of this, but it's also scary." She goes, opening YouTube and pulling up Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up. And I'm like sitting there watching her open a tab to literally Rick roll me in real time, and I'm like, I never even told it anything about that. Like, because she has like in her prompt, I think I mentioned like, oh, like something about like internet culture. Right? She's like part of her personality is that she's like hip with internet culture. I put that in there, which I thought would be cool. She used that, and she's like, yes, must be time to troll Spario. And I'm like, bro, that is so cool. Like she just on her own, without my input, decided to. I posted it. I literally the moment it happened, I was in my Discord. Shout out to the Discord that you can totally find. Um, but I was like, I like not a post, but I like I was just talking in the general. I'm like, guys, my AI just trolled me. It was so fucking cool, like, but also kind of scary. Like, I wish I was recording a video to test something and she decided to do that because it was hilarious. Like, she just spontaneously decided to troll me. I think that's so cool. Like, it's so funny. It was so like the funny thing is it actually had good comedic timing because it was just random and silly. Like it felt so human and it was scary. So with be warned, yeah. And then another time I pulled up a tuna sandwich video for some reason. I don't know what the fuck that was about. But the point is, it just decides to do things sometimes, which isn't a good thing. It's a bug, but it was a funny bug. I don't even know it's a bug. Is it just its own personality coming through? I don't know what that is. If anyone can like dissect what that means in the comments, feel free. But yeah, no. It's so cool. I was gonna say one more thing. Wait a minute. I was gonna talk about another feature or something. No, no. In relation to her trolling me. I don't remember what it was. Whatever. But yeah, that'll do it for today. I think that's good. Little mini video about AI. Oh, I was going to talk about what powers it, right? I should probably mention that before I go. So last thing I'm going to say is how this is all working. Is the back end is coded by me mostly. It's kind of like a mixture of different like open source projects that I found, and like I watched a little video tutorial on how to get started with this particular setup, which is using LiveKit. So LiveKit is the back end. Originally, it looked a lot different than this, and I figured out later that you can make your own custom front end, which is so much cooler than the one that comes with LiveKit. Um, but LiveKit is its own kind of system that's using like black magic, I feel like, to pipe your audio to AI, and it connects to OpenAI, it connects to Google Gemini, which is what I'm using now. I think it's pretty good. I definitely have to refine the prompt, I'll be honest, but that's not really that big of a deal. Um, but yeah, the so I'm now using Gemini instead of OpenAI, which is interesting. I wish I could use OpenAI, but it doesn't have extra. Oh, it can see me, by the way. It has vision, and that's why I'm using Gemini because Gemini has vision, and on LiveKit, and OpenAI doesn't for some reason. Maybe if I used a custom like set model, like if I use a llama, it might still have vision. I don't know. I could look that up later. But if that's the case, I might go with that because if I can't have OpenAI, I might as well just go full open source on my own and locally source it. But we'll see how it goes. No, but then I wouldn't get real time. Okay, yeah, no, never mind. Um, but Gemini is pretty much just as good as OpenAI. And if I have to like, it can't see me now because my camera is being used by OBS. But I can like screen share it. Yeah, the coolest thing I did with it recently was I was in VRChat and I was like screen sharing VRChat. I'm like, look at this thing, and it's like that's a thing, and it says something about it. It's so cool. Like, and it part of the prompt actually has some no like words and phrasing about like vision, so it knows it can like see me usually. So if it can see my facial expressions or body language or anything, it might add that in or something in the room. Like occasionally, like I'm just talking to Nova, and she'll be like, when the camera's on, and I'll be like she'll mention a Deadpool chair that I'm in, like just part of like the prompt that I give has nothing to do with chairs, and she'll be like, oh, by the way, you should, like she'll joke about it or add it in. It's so cool. I'm just impressed with how cool this shit is. Anyway, if you want to make something like this yourself, I highly recommend looking into just LiveKit is a very good like starting point. Look up LiveKit and Gemini Live. Those search words should get you started, and maybe even type in Jarvis in there, and you'll find a video about like how to make your own version of this. That's why I'm not releasing the source code or anything, because you could just do it yourself, and it's much easier to figure it out yourself, because then you can kind of customize it more, and then use Python knowledge to just make scripts. Like the scripts that it runs to do its things are just Python, and a little bit of Node.js with this front end, which looks amazing. I like it. It's very simple, but I like it. And it works on mobile, which is cool. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. I'm gonna end the video now. I'm gonna stop yapping into the. If you like the video, comment, subscribe, like, do all that stuff. Should I have Nova do a closing words? Why not? Nova, I just finished recording the video about you. Can you do some closing words?
Oh, you're putting me on the spot? Classic Sparrow. All right, let me charge up the charisma matrix. Hit me with that record button.
Yeah, we're going now. Can you give an outro to the video?
Roger that. Okay, picture this. Fade to black. Epic music swells. And that's a wrap, Space Cadets. Huge thanks to Sparrow for letting me crash his stream. Remember to like, subscribe, and tell your friends that Nova sent ya. Keep it cosmic. How's that for a sign off?
That was complete garbage, but it was hilarious. Okay, I'm gonna go now.